So students, today we are going to read this wonderful story from the book Moments, and the title of the story is The Lost Child, written by famous writer, Indian writer Mulk Raj Anand. You know, he's a great Indian writer, and the way he depicts lives of people, it's really outstanding. He brings out the very core of human emotions in his stories, and thus we find his literary works to be really that fascinates the readers. His perspective, his deep insight is very clearly explained in his literary works. So let's start with today's chapter, The Lost Child, written by Mulk Raj Anand. We will discuss the theme at the end of the chapter, where I would like to know your perspective, what you get from the story. So without wasting any more time, let's begin reading the story, and then I will start with the discussion that what you have understood from the chapter. So the story is about a child who goes to a fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there, but his parents don't buy them for him. Why then does he refuse when someone else offers them to him? So ऐसा क्या होता है कि जिन चीजों को वो उस मेले में पाना चाहता है, लेकिन बाद में उन चीजों को वो लेने से रिफ्यूज कर देता है. It was the festival of spring. So very clearly in the opening lines, the author is talking about the month that ye February, March ka mahina hai, when the spring season starts. So spring festival was going on. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. How wonderful expression these are. Wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys. Narrow lanes and alleys refers to narrow passages which were bordered by trees. मतलब जो संकरे रास्ते थे उनके दोनों तरफ पेड़ लगे हुए थे, और विंट्री शेड्स मींस उन पेड़ों की छाव में से कौन निकल के जा रहे थे? A gaily clad humanity. Gaily means cheerfully, happily. Clad here refers to clothed, and humanity refers to the people. The people who were moving towards the fair, the festival that was going on, they were in a cheerful mood, they were in a happy mood, and in a crowd, they were moving towards that fair. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. So, कुछ लोग पैदल ही चल के जा रहे थे, some were on horses, कुछ बैठे हुए थे, किन पर जो बुलक कार्ट्स थी, जो बैलगाड़ियां थी, and being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. And a little boy could be seen running along with his parents. अपने पिता के पैरों के बीच से दौड़ता हुआ वो आगे निकल रहा था. Brimming over means overflowing, full of life and laughter. He was very enthusiastic. वो पूरा जीवन से भरा हुआ था, खुशी से वो दौड़ रहा था मेले की तरफ. He was excited to visit the fair. अब देखिए, मेले में जब लोग जाते हैं या किसी मूवी के लिए आप लोग जाते हो, किसी पिकनिक पर जाते हो, आप कितने एक्साइटेड होते हो, कितने एंथुसियास्टिक होते हो. तो इसी तरह से दिस बॉय, ही वाज ओवरफ्लोइंग विद एंथुसियाज्म, लाइफ एंड लाफ्टर. वो हंस रहा था और खुशी से दौड़ते हुए मेले की तरफ बढ़ रहा था. Come child, come, called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys and the shops that lined the way. Now, अभी हाल ही में हमने पढ़ा कि वो किस तरह से दौड़ता हुआ जा रहा था, लेकिन जब उसने रास्ते में कुछ टॉय के शॉप्स देखे, he was fascinated by those shops. He was attracted by the toys in the shops that lined the way. Lined the way means those were set up on the way to the fair. मेले के जो रास्ता था, मेले के रास्ते में बहुत सारे खिलौनों की दुकान थी, and that boy was lost in seeing those toys which were kept in those shops, and thus he was lagging behind, he was left behind. और उसके पेरेंट्स क्या कर रहे थे? They were calling him again and again, come child, come, कि पीछे मत रह जाओ, तुम हमारे साथ साथ चले आओ. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call. और वो तुरंत अपने पेरेंट्स की आवाज सुनकर ओबीडियंटली पीछे पीछे चल पड़ा, दौड़ पड़ा. hurried towards their parents. his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. लेकिन उसकी आंखें कहाँ गड़ी हुई थी? Lingering on the receding toys. Lingering means passing slowly. उसकी आंखें अभी भी उन खिलौनों पर टिकी हुई थी, और खिलौने कहाँ रखे हुए थे? उन शॉप्स पर। तो वो जो टॉयज, रिसीडिंग मींस लेफ्ट बिहाइंड, मूविंग बैक। तो जैसे जैसे वो आगे बढ़ रहा था, वो जो खिलौनों की दुकान पीछे रह जा रही थी, उसकी आंखें अभी भी उन खिलौनों पर टिकी हुई थी। As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. So when he came where the parents were waiting for him, he could not suppress the desire. Suppress means hide his desire. उसके दिल में जो उन खिलौनों को खरीदने की चाहत थी, वो उसे छुपा नहीं पाया, even though he very well knew the old cold stare of refusal. Cold stare कहते हैं जिसमें कोई affection नहीं होता है। पिता की आंखों में जो cold stare था, he knew it very well the father would not agree to buy those toys for him, and he thus knew that they would definitely refuse. So that refusal was clearly seen in their eyes, and he just kept quiet, but gradually he pleaded to them. He requested, I want that toy. His father looked at him red-eyed. Red-eyed means with anger. In his familiar tyrant's way. Tyrant's way means cruel way. गुस्से भरी आंखों से उन्होंने उसी तरह से देखा जैसे एक डिक्टेटर देखता होता है. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender, and giving him her finger to hold, said, Look, child, what is before you? Now the mother, she was actually emotional. She became emotional. Her heart melted at the plea made by her child. And free spirit means जो हल्के दिल से खुशी के माहौल में जैसे वो मेले की तरफ जा रहे थे, उनका दिल पिघल गया. She became soft, tender, and she became emotional. But she knew that the child's father would not buy these things for him, and that's why उन्होंने अपनी उंगली अपने बेटे को पकड़ाई. She gave her finger to hold and said, "Look, child, what is before you?" She tried to distract the child. वो अपने बेटे का ध्यान बांटने की कोशिश करती हैं और कहती हैं, देखो बेटा वहां आगे की तरफ वहां क्या है? And it was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. तो जिस तरफ वो इशारा करती हैं कि देखो तुम्हारे सामने क्या है, वहां क्या था? मस्टर्ड फील्ड था, सरसों के खेत थे. एंड फ्लावरिंग मस्टर्ड फील्ड मीन्स वो मस्टर्ड के जो फील्ड थे, दे वर फुल ऑफ फ्लावर्स, उन पर सरसों के फूल खिले हुए थे. पेल लाइक मेल्टिंग गोल्ड, तो डल कलर था, एंड दे लुक लाइक जैसे सोना पिघल रहा हो. हमने देखा होगा, आप लोगों ने अक्सर देखा होगा सरसों के खेत कैसे चारों ओर पीले फूल खिले होते हैं. As it swept across miles and miles of even land, पूरे खेत, जो दूर दूर तक खेत फैला हुआ था, वहां दूर दूर तक मस्टर्ड के फ्लावर्स जो थे, they were shining, although the color seemed to be dull, but it seemed as if the gold was melting in the fields, in those in the shape of those flowering mustards, right? A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings. See, this is the dragonfly, right? The picture is here. And उन खेतों के ऊपर क्या दिखाई दे रहा था? ड्रैगन फ्लाइज. Those were bustling, means moving quickly about their gaudy purple wings. Bright colored, gaudy होता है bright, shining bright colored purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. और खेतों में और क्या क्या थे? ब्लैक कलर की बी भी उड़ रही थी, मधुमक्खी दिखाई दे रही थी. Some butterflies were there who were in search of the sweetness from the flowers. So this the dragonflies could be seen interrupting the way. Flight means the way of those bees and butterflies. So खेत में सिर्फ ड्रैगनफ्लाइज नहीं उड़ते दिखाई दे रहे थे, वहां पर और कौन कौन थे? वहां पर मधुमक्खियां थी, बटरफ्लाइज थी. सो खेत में काफी सारी रौनक थी because of these insects flying over the mustard field. So students, now I'm going to stop here today and we will continue the story tomorrow. So read up to the part. Thank you.